Now, MrBeast gets a lot of shit for no reason. This is very interesting. I don't know if this is pro or negative, but we're going to go in very fair here. This was made by a channel called Unfiltered Influence about MrBeast.
Regardless of your intentions, selling tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes, I think that as well.
As reports show, if in
I would like to say CoffeeZilla has lost a lot of aura with the things he said lately. He has a big case of TDS. He's become kind of a deranged liberal lately, which is unfortunate. But I'm not going to worry about who the messenger is. I really want to focus on the message of which they're saying.
suggested children could experience vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, trouble breathing, skin breaking out, and if young enough, death.
And if there's videos,
Feastables absolutely is a scam. I'm not really surprised that MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul had a issue with their business when going into business with Logan Paul. What the fuck were you thinking?
and pictures of the wells being built, and that's different. So where are they?
MrBeast keeps scamming the fans who trust him the most, and according
I would like to also say, I think every dollar that MrBeast has sent towards villages in Africa is a complete waste of fucking money, and we should be focusing on fixing America first, and that should be a priority always. Before we take care of others, we need to take care of ourselves. It's like you wouldn't fix an engine using broken parts, right? And right now, we are the parts that need fixing before we worry about anybody else's issues. So, yeah, I don't fuck with any of the Save Africa type shit. Africa can deal with it themselves. Plus, the other reality is a lot of the money that gets sent to Africa gets, you know, absorbed by their corrupt government, and it does nothing because, I mean, Africa's a fucking shithole right now, bro. It is. And, well, it's been one.
to CoffeeZilla, actual crypto money is part of that pattern now too. Between a restaurant chain that served raw meat, a kid's snack that grew mold before its own expiration date, and 3 separate crypto deals that all somehow ended with him cashing out right before the value crashed. This isn't bad luck. And somehow none of that even touches his charity work, which has its own growing list of unanswered questions.
Okay.
So let's start with the crypto side of it.
I've seen MrBeast do a couple of wells, but not nearly as much as wells he could be providing with the amount of money that he's raised.
Because that's where the pattern is clearest. Back in 2021, at the peak of the NFT boom, MrBeast was publicly hyping CryptoPunks while also quietly buying into the pre-sale of a separate project called Super, $100,000 in early before almost anyone else knew it existed.
MrBeast sold about $200,000 worth of these tokens.
$200,000 worth of tokens sold off, and the timing is the actual damning part. He tweeted a single word, Super, and within 72 hours of that tweet reaching millions of followers, that exact chunk of tokens was already gone. That's what a pump and dump looks like from the outside, whichever way you want to spin it.
That is a horrific look, and I'm not gonna lie. Any streamer that looks to actively dupe and take advantage of their audience for financial gain, I think is an absolute piece of shit. I didn't know about this, actually.
When people started asking questions, his team's answer was always the same one.
Quote, these investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with all appropriate rules and regulations. The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy, but rather a fund led by respected and sophisticated managers. The fund closely evaluated and scrutinized hundreds and hundreds of opportunities, which resulted in several investments. Some have been more successful, others less, and others still works in progress. The fund's investment strategies apply the same rigorous standards as many other experienced investors in the field.
Translated out of the PR language, that statement boils down to, it wasn't Jimmy, it was a fund, run by unnamed managers who apparently just happened to make the exact same calls Jimmy would have made anyway. And when CoffeeZilla actually tried asking his team direct questions about it, he got nothing back. Total silence for months. But the most damning version of this pattern wasn't Super. It was Earn, a token tied directly to a charity auction for his own ocean cleanup initiative.
Because regardless of your intentions, selling tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes, I think that as well.
Halfway through a 2-month charity auction, his fund allegedly dumped $2 million worth of the token, tanking its value and leaving the people who'd bought in with basically nothing. In the middle of a fundraiser he set up himself. Same exact shape happened a third time with a project called XCAD.
I want to look into this before I continue on this video. There's a lot of very bold claims being made. I want to see if any of this is publicly documented or accessible anywhere. So Grok is saying there's no definitive proof that he did the classic pump and dump or rug pull of cryptocurrency he created to promote his audience of his own project. There were serious 2024 allegations of related activity involving wallets linked to him, which he has denied. So it sounds like there's a lot of dots, but they've yet to make a line so far, but we're getting there.
3 separate deals, 3 separate timelines, but the exact same pattern every time. Hype it with his name, let the value climb, quietly sell before it fades, and leave everyone else holding what's left. And then there was—
I will say, if all of those things are true, I don't know how that's anything other than a scam. Because, I mean, putting all your money in, shouting out to invest, the moment people invest and the value jumps, then you pull out and tank the value. That, in my opinion, is a classic case in point fucking rug pull. There's nothing else to really call that.
Beastburger. Launched in December 2020, it looked like the smartest move any creator had ever pulled off. A nationwide restaurant chain without ever touching a kitchen himself.
I opened up the world's first free restaurant. And if that wasn't enough, I also paid people to eat at my restaurant. Money for you, money for you, money for you. You better come get a Beastburger.
The pitch alone got people through the door. He partnered with hundreds of ghost kitchens and let his name do all the actual selling.
It was everywhere.
That's good. That's fine.
It's not bad at all.
He even opened a physical location which over 10,000 people came to.
I will say Beastburger was quite good in the early stages because there was quality control. But then the problem was with so many ghost kitchens being given the recipe but never being checked if they're making it right, the quality of a Beastburger experience would vary significantly. And so that's why it's a good idea, but the problem is a bunch of lazy people who wanted an easy buck by adopting it to their business. Well, they didn't really give a fuck about holding the level of quality that was expected by Jimmy. And this one, I don't actually think it's his fault. I think it was actually a good idea, but it was mishandled by a bunch of lazy motherfuckers who wanted to make a quick buck. But that being said, Jimmy should have also been careful with who he was allowing to partake in Beastburger.
For a few months, that actually worked, because people trusted him enough to order food
I had
from kitchens
Beastburger
they'd
too.
never
It was
seen.
great when it first came out.
But you genuinely can't scale that kind of trust faster than
Yeah,
you can
can't.
inspect the kitchens actually cooking the food.
Exactly.
And reality caught up fast.
YouTube personality MrBeast is taking his show to the courtroom as he sues the company that provides food for the restaurants that bear his name.
Yeah.
MrBeast's real name is James Donaldson. He partnered with Virtual Dining Concepts in 2020 to provide food for his MrBeast branded fast food chain. But Donaldson claims things went terribly wrong after Virtual Dining Concepts delivered food that customers labeled inedible. He's filed a lawsuit asking for damages, claiming the poor condition of the food served in his name has damaged his reputation. Photos of Beastburgers that appear to be uncooked have appeared on social media, one calling the burger wasted money.
MrBeast ended up suing Virtual Dining Concepts, the company actually cooking the food, claiming they'd wrecked his reputation with food customers called inedible. Photos and videos of undercooked, raw-looking burgers were already spreading online by that point.
Fucking gross.
Reviews on YouTube haven't been much better.
I'm gonna take one more bite just to give him another chance. Oh, no, that's just disgusting. The meat has like a weird aftertaste. Like it almost kind of tastes like sausage.
These onions are raw. These are not caramelized onions. I feel deceived. I'm no longer as excited as I was before I opened this. But
it's because the restaurants that adopted Beastburger's name onto them, they didn't care because they'd have their own thing where they'd actually try, and then they'd have Beastburger to have financial security, and they wouldn't care about withholding the standards of Beastburger because their name isn't attached to it. So that's where it kind of went downhill. People will only try when there's something that motivates their own self-interest, and I guess money to these people wasn't enough. Once again, I do think it was a really good idea, but a lot of shitty owners ruined this for everybody. But once again, Jimmy should have been painfully aware that this would have happened.
I'm still gonna eat them.
But the problem is Jimmy wants to go full dick all the time. He needs to slow down with the scaling process.
And hope they're delicious.
Handing an entire food operation over to random kitchens you've never inspected was always going to end somewhere like this.
Exactly.
And it didn't take long to get there. By early 2021, there were photos everywhere of undercooked chicken, moldy buns, and burgers that looked like they'd been thrown together in the dark. And because it had his name on it, every single complaint hit 10 times harder.
Yep.
Because people weren't just reviewing a restaurant, they felt like they were exposing someone they had actually trusted. By 2022, it had gone from complaints to a full reputation crisis, and Virtual Dining Concepts countersued him right back for $100 million, claiming he'd abandoned the whole project himself. The entire thing turned into a legal circus that exposed what the brand actually was underneath.
Insane.
A viral idea being run like it was built to last, when it never really was. And instead of slowing down after all that, he expanded faster. And a very similar pattern can be seen with his finger on the app project.
Wait, stop scrolling. I just dropped a brand new app for you who win lots of money. And all you have to do is put your finger on the app like this. And the last person to take their finger off the app wins $25,000. The competition starts in 8 days. You can be in practice mode right now and, get some training in. If you're the last to take your finger off this app, you win $25,000.
I feel like you just cheated. This seems like the easiest thing to cheat of all time. Like, surely somebody made a robot. I bet this contest is actually still going on, but I remember this. I was tempted to join just for content, but there's just no way. Like, this is the most easily hackable or cheat, like the easiest thing to use cheats for ever.
Good luck.
Simple concept. Hold your finger on the screen. Last person standing wins the money.
Yeah.
But even in that first version, the servers were unstable and people kept getting randomly disconnected, which you can imagine frustrated a lot of participants. But the second one was even worse.
Or finger on the app to $100,000 on the line. Good luck.
Bigger prize, bigger audience, and this time bots got in instantly. Jailbroken phones, automated scripts, tools built specifically to cheat. Real people held their thumbs down for hours and lost to machines that never got tired, and the servers couldn't even handle the traffic. It's the exact same story each time. A strong idea, rushed out the door without any real planning or careful consideration behind it. Then there's Lunchley, which is probably the worst one on this entire list because it wasn't just disappointing, it was genuinely unsafe.
For several reasons. One, I don't have nutrition facts.
I will say Lunchables got away with this shit so scot-free because Lunchley still was a better product than Lunchables. And it's still in the fucking supermarkets, and that shit is a fucking joke.
For each part of the kits. For example, how many calories come from Feastables versus the food component? Second, some of the portion sizes aren't
Both of them are complete shit, though.
the same. The turkey cracker kit from Lunchables is 82 grams, while Lunchley's is 72 grams. 3, there are so many varieties of Lunchables.
It was marketed for months as a healthier alternative parents could actually trust, but once people actually read the nutrition labels in late 2023, that fell apart immediately. The ingredients were packed with the same ultra-processed stuff.
You know what's funny? I was actually watching this video this morning, and I found like a really depressing clip that I'm gonna pull up. This clip aged so fucking poorly, it's insane.
Watch to the end. That's what my wife is. Prego. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, he abandoned his wife and kids to chop off his penis and become a woman, by the way. You know, so proud of having a pregnant wife. Absolutely insane. Horrible, bro. And this is what the internet does to you, man. It pumps you with all of these false dreams that you can never attain. And you ruin your life in pursuing them. Obviously, a man can never become a woman.
Same ultra-processed stuff.
Keep this in. God bless Chris's kid. I feel horrible for him.
It claimed to avoid. And independent testing later found trace amounts of lead and other dangerous chemicals in it.
I think how we're doing the first.
These are molded. Okay, so these ones are supposed to be good until December, and we just got them from the store. It says used by December 8th, 2024, and today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe, especially like kids that are so young. They may not know what mold looks like, so they may just eat it.
And there's mold.
Why is there mold in the Lunchley?
Oh my god, it's actually disgusting.
Bro, that's not a little bit of mold. That's like a fucking shit ton. Like that, dude, the mold crisis for Lunchley was so bad.
Epic ingredients. This is mold in the cheese,
Jesus.
And this is really unhealthy. You should not eat molds. I don't know if this is an issue in the recipe development or packaging. I think it's a packaging issue. The sealant here feels really cheap, like whatever is holding this on the top. It is not vacuum tight. I'm gonna make these pizzas anyways.
These weren't expired packages either. People were finding visible mold inside boxes that were still well within their printed dates, which you can't exactly just chalk down to a slight oversight, because it's a real and dangerous manufacturing oversight in a product made for kids.
Yep, fatal mold is growing in specifically children's foods all across the US, and the FDA will not stop this. Parents were shocked after viral videos show MrBeast
Yeah, the Lunchley situation was fucking terrible. We've talked about it till the fucking cows came home.
Lunchley by February 2024, sales dropped more than 80% in under 2 months. And this time, people weren't just blaming a manufacturing partner. They were blaming him directly because he'd spent months personally promoting it as a genuinely better option for kids without apparently verifying any of it first.
Yeah, Prime and Lunchley are pretty much completely non-existent anymore, which I think is for the better.
And then came Beastland, which might be...
And it sucks because I wish more individuals could overthrow big businesses that have monopolized this country for decades. But every single time a creator makes a product, it always ends up like shit. I feel like maybe the exception to that right now is probably Ryan Trahan. His Joyride candy is actually pretty good. And I would also say that MrBeast Feastables are also pretty good. But Prime was shit. Every bit of creator merch has been shit, especially Funko Pops. Oh my God, Funko Pops are a fucking joke. Lunchley was shit. I could go on and on and on.
The single worst PR call of his entire career.
When are we getting a Tectone food brand? I have no interest in that.
Massive announcement. I'm opening a theme park in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on November 13th. People
This one was fucking rough. The Saudi Arabia sponsorship, this one was crazy.
ask me all the time, MrBeast, I want to compete in one of your videos. Well, now you can. This theme park is filled with some of the craziest challenges.
That being said, Saudi Arabia, if you want to give me a fuck ton of money, hey, I would love to do anything. Hit me up.
And most insane prizes we have ever given away. Like all theme parks, we have roller coasters, we have drop towers, we have all that usual stuff. But in Beastland, we also have custom-made games that are inspired off our YouTube channel. This theme park is going to blow your mind, and tickets literally just went live. Beastland opens on November 13th as part of Riyadh season. You can book your tickets through WeBook. Guys, this is going to be awesome. I'll be there opening day. Make sure you buy your tickets before they sell out.
A theme park partnership with a government carrying a well-documented human rights record, and a country that's historically used exactly these kinds of celebrity partnerships as a PR tool. The backlash was immediate, and it hit differently than his other ventures because this wasn't about food quality or a buggy app. It was about a brand built entirely on doing good trading that image for a paycheck. And around the same time, he launched his AI thumbnail generation tool.
There's a new way.
This was a great invention. I stand on this. This was incredible. And by the way, so many creators are just blatantly using AI now. And I think that's great for thumbnails. I'm sorry. I think thumbnail artists who kept a monopoly on the industry, who were charging people $50 to $150 a thumbnail, I'm sorry. Nobody's paying that because your work is not worth that. Is what it is. I think using AI to skirt around paying an artist hundreds of dollars is a good thing. I stand on that. I don't give a fuck.
To make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it will use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating.
Within days, people found their own actual thumbnails and logos buried inside its training data, and Jacksepticeye's
I don't give a fuck.
Logo turned up in there directly. The tool got pulled and an apology went out, but it confirmed what people were already starting to suspect, that behind his kind personality, there was a real willingness to cut ethical corners just to move faster. By this point, the pattern wasn't just showing up in his products anymore.
I am standing on $5 million, the grand prize of the most insane competition show.
What the fuck was wrong with Beast Games? By the way, this shit was dope. Season 2 of Beast Games was actually peak cinema, bro. I actually enjoyed every episode. Beast Games Season 1, terrible. Beast Games Season 2 was great.
You've ever seen. And competing for it are these 1,000 contestants.
Beast Games, his big budget competition series, ran into production issues and safety concerns from contestants before it even released. And his charity work, once considered the most untouchable part of his whole brand, started facing the same kind of scrutiny. Reports surfaced that some of the wells he'd funded in Africa had stopped working or weren't being properly maintained.
Yeah, man. Probably because the Africans were stealing the fucking material used to build the wells and sold it on the fucking black market. I mean, there's literally, I mean, guys, I'm going to be honest. Like, if you think that you can help these third worlders, I mean, you literally just can't. There's a reason why they are the third world and why they will stay in the third world. This is India after the government stepped in and give them new roads. The Indians stepped in and started scraping the road off the ground so they could sell the fucking cement and the asphalt for money. Brother, have you ever been so retarded that you started to steal a road? You can't help these people. They don't want to be helped. They can't. They can't. So just spend money on the United States of America, or at least a civilization that isn't stupid enough to steal a fucking road.
Same pattern with the hearing aid giveaways, where audiologists pointed out those devices need follow-up care, but that was never addressed. Same thing again with the housing giveaways, where some families reportedly struggled with the ongoing costs of a house nobody prepared them to take on. And that same pattern is exactly what's playing out right now with Team Water, his most recent charity push. In August 2025, MrBeast raised money for wells in Africa by putting streamers on a live call and asking them in front of hundreds of thousands of people whether they wanted to donate.
We know you got a lot of that.
Hey! What is this? Yeah, there's this charity thing called Team Water, where every dollar donated is a year of clean water for someone in need. And, we're trying to raise money to get people clean water all around the world. It's, a big thing. People die from it. And we're just curious. Your friends here were saying you're a very generous soul.
That's not really...
Who the fuck said Asmongold's a generous soul, bro? He won't even give money to maids to clean his house. Brother, that guy, and he's going to love me saying this, that guy makes 10 times the money that I make, and I make a lot of money. I want to make that very clear. And he's never paid me back for the beef jerky, candy, and sodas I would buy him before every episode of Steak and Eggs. Okay? Hell no. Asmongold's a fucking hoarder, bro. He's a fucking hoarder.
A question you can say no to live, and that was kind of the point. Kai Cenat didn't donate and got branded a hypocrite online for weeks, made worse by MrBeast and others joking about it on a separate stream. Jinxie called the whole thing uncomfortable at the time and made a sharper point that stuck. Even if the charity raised $100 million, all the credit was always going to MrBeast, not the streamers who got pressured into giving. Almost a year later, the questions about it are still open.
And if there's videos and pictures of the wells being built and that's different. So where are they? This does not fucking count. This is something you see in a fucking textbook at school. What the fuck, dude? No. Where is it? Where is it? It's 41 million years of water. I know I'll probably get texts and calls, but I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Raising $41 million for Team Water and then seeing one well built, like, I'm sorry, bro. For $41 million, you should be able to build Africa from the ground up again. Okay, like a 41 million American dollars to Africa is like enough to build a new fucking government.
This is a shit show. And I got f***ed. From my opinion, I did. Don't care, my perspective, I did. It was a great stream, I don't take that back. But could have been done better. Also, f*** that. No, hell no, I'm gonna say some shit. I was a condom. I was put on a dick, threw the condom off. That's me. Throw in the trash.
It is true. MrBeast network with Aiden Ross got the stream one time, then completely blacklisted him from everything else because he's too controversial. To this day, I still have no idea why anybody hates Aiden Ross. I don't get it. I've only ever seen him be a pretty straightforward guy. I don't get why he gets so much hate.
Said I was gonna be in the videos where everyone's streamer setups were built, all this. Never happened. Never fucking happened. Why? Because sometimes I say things and I'm just authentic. Every single streamer has weird ass allegations, but Aiden Ross is the controversial figure.
Yep.
I'm the fucked up guy, right? When I'm open about everything. Me and my friend group, we show you guys everything, but I'm the fucked up guy. Saikuna, that Asian person, just got caught being a serial cheater. I saw that. And all these guys are all.
Yeah, but who cares?
Up. But the one thing you'll know about me is I'm fucked up, but I when I'm fucked up. These guys don't backbones, they're pussies. All of them.
Team Water reportedly...
Weird throwing Saikuno under the bus for that, because like he had no control over that. And he was also falsely labeled a child rapist over that. I feel like there's many other creators he could have fucking thrown under the bus there. But Saikuno, I don't know, man. I actually feel bad for him, bro. I do. I actually do.
Raised around $40 million, and there's still no footage or documentation showing the wells actually got built. Nobody's proven the money disappeared. But going quiet instead of answering a straightforward question doesn't exactly help the case, especially once Aiden went public apologizing to the streamers he'd helped pressure and made his own apology to MrBeast conditional on seeing that proof.
And I apologize to every streamer that or every single public figure that I pressured. And I'm sorry to them. And Jimmy, I will apologize to you if you show the proof of the water. It's been almost a year, and I've said this. You don't even have to do it to me. Do it for the people that are saying it's fake, where the water. Please. I've spoken to many people. That's it. That's it. You could shut everybody the fuck up by doing that. I'm sorry to the people that got pressured. I'm sorry about that. Everybody. I was in the...
It was so fucking corny. I mean, once again, they're streamers. Who fucking cares? Like, they build up top dogs. But regardless, getting 4 of the biggest content creators in a call to come and pressure you to give hundreds of thousands of dollars, and if you didn't, you would get infinite hate from Jimmy's fucking rabid audience. That was gay as fuck, and we all know it.
Wrong. Looking back, I was in the wrong, and I'm taking accountability fully.
Yeah, no, I was gay as fuck.
I'm not fully. No.
The problem is people use charity as a way to skirt around accountability for doing fucked up shit. And at the end of the day, that donation was in MrBeast's name, which means he got all the tax write-off for all of that shit, and none of the other streamers did.
I'm apologizing to people like that I pressured from my network to donate, because that's not right. That's the truth. I feel bad doing that. That's what I'm apologizing for. Oh, my bad. You talk about the MrBeast Chris Mill? Bro, I got a text about threatening illegal. Try it, bro. Please try it. I swear, bro, I'm begging. Because the motherfuckers that threaten to push legal today, I will win. And you got money, so it's great. Like, please try it, bro. Allegedly, in my opinion, I say it. Rock Nation gave me the fucking key. Try it. I'm not worried or bothered at all.
Threatening a defamation lawsuit over someone asking where the charity money went is a strange response if the answer is actually simple.
No. I mean, the other thing is you wouldn't be able, that lawsuit would never fly in the court of law. 1, he's a public figure, and 2, it's so easily disprovable and you never did it. Like, if you want to show that you spent $47 million on something, there's so many receipts that you could show for that. So threatening a lawsuit for that is actually gay as fuck.
Every single one of these stories follows the exact same shape. Big launch, real excitement, fans show up and trust the name behind it.
I think the worst thing that Jimmy ever did was allow Chris to be on his platform post-transition, because I think promoting transgenderism to children is just child grooming, and I think that's actually the worst thing MrBeast did that he's never been held accountable for. Just my opinion.